John Daly might go down as one of my favorite players in golf of all time, aside from Tiger Woods. And the reason is because he just might be one of the most unorthodox kind of golfers, professional golfers that's ever existed. What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and today you are watching some Star Wars Battlefront 2 Heroes vs. Villains. I'm playing as one of my favorite characters in this game, Luke Skywalker. I think he's got like possibly the best abilities in terms of like force abilities that you can utilize that, you know, maximize your advantage. Not saying he's the best, but you know, in terms of my experience with him, I've had the most success with him. So yeah, hopefully I get some really nice kill streaks, by the way, using him. Like I get two, like I can't be exact, but like 2 8 kill streaks more or less. Like I just don't die for a good while, and you'll see I get some pretty good streaks going. So hope you enjoy that in the background. But in regards to John Daly, if you follow golf, you'll know John Daly is probably known for being one of the biggest power hitters in golf. Tiger Woods is definitely one of them, but John Daly, he even came before Tiger Woods in regards to having a very long driving distance average. John Daly was the first player to ever average 300 plus yard drives, and then again, this is average amount. So he was averaging 300 plus yard drives for like, he was the first one ever to do that, and then he held that record for like being number one in driving distance for about 8 years straight, I believe. I think it was from, I'm not too sure how long it was, but it was for, I believe, 8 years straight, which even for Tiger, he never accomplished that. I mean, he would average around 296 yards more or less, but that's mainly because Tiger would only focus, he wouldn't just focus on distance. He would obviously focus on trying to keep the ball in the fairway and stuff. But John Daly, if you follow him, or if you know him, he's known for being long because he has such a crazy long swing. And over the years too, I've pretty much kind of developed, my swing has very much developed in similarity to John Daly in terms of how long I try to bring it back. I used to bring it back pretty traditionally, but ever since I stopped competing and I stopped getting like professional coaching, I really just started to swing more freely. And you know, my swing might look a little ugly now, but it's, you know, I kind of model it after John Daly now. You know, I still get like advice or I still use techniques in regards to like ball striking, much like Tiger Woods and stuff, but in terms of how far I bring it back, because I can't hit it that far. I can only hit about maybe 230, 250 yards with my driver on a decent day. So I'm willing to just grab as much power as I can with a longer swing. So, but anyways, in regards to John Daly as a player, he was special. You know, he like, just like Nick Kyrgios. I've talked about Nick Kyrgios in another commentary and how he's the special one in tennis. Well, John Daly, he's kind of the special one in golf because he has that don't care attitude, much like Nick Kyrgios does in tennis. John Daly is not very fit. If you see pictures of him, he's a pretty chubby guy, but he doesn't care. In fact, that kind of even helps him in regards to like him delivering power into the golf ball. But he, like, okay, his weight, he's a little bit chubby. He drinks quite a bit of alcohol. He smokes. You'll even see him smoking while he's playing a round of golf, and while chugging a soda drink of sorts, you know. And he doesn't dress the same way, or his attitude is very like unorthodox compared to most golfers. And like most golfers have a very like so-called gentleman or golfer like attitude, I guess, in terms of like how they behave and just in general, I guess, right? But John Daly's not like that, it's just like a don't care attitude. And much like Nick Kyrgios, he's had some pretty controversial moments where he just stops caring and he doesn't put enough time or focus on putting the ball in the hole. He kind of just rushes and things. Like he plays very fast. If you ever watch videos of him like setting up and getting ready to hit his next shot, he does not take his time at all. He will just take like one practice swing and then just like hit it right away. So much like Nick Kyrgios does in tennis, he plays very fast. And you know what, it kind of works for him. And you know what, it might just start working for me too, because I've kind of started to adapt how I do my pre-shot routine, much like he does. Although I still do 2 practice swings, much like Tiger. A lot of my routines are pretty much evolved around Tiger Woods, because I followed him more than John Daly. And that being said, though, John Daly was unique in the sense that because he didn't have that don't care attitude, his attitude in regards to how he did in the game was like, who cares, and it's sort of what made him unique, and especially because of how far he could drive the ball and how he handled himself. And sometimes he's had those unfortunate blow-ups of terrible golf rounds. Like he scored like 88, 90 in a professional tournament. It's what made him special. And unfortunately, I mean, it is unfortunate that like he didn't win as much as he could have. The last time he came super close to winning in a PGA Tour event was like in 2005, and he ended up going into a playoff with Tiger Woods. Go figure. And they were tied after like the 4th round, and so they went to a playoff. And on the second hole, John Daly missed a like 3 or 4 foot par putt to keep the playoff going, and that itself, it cost him a chance to win. So, and I even remember watching that when I was like 11 or 12, and like it was pretty crazy. But either way, that was his last chance basically, and basically he fell off the radar. When he turned 50, I think it was like 2017 or whatnot. That's when he was eligible to switch over to the Champions Tour, and I think eventually he got his first win in like 15 years or something like that. And that's like now, like that's where he's mainly staying now, just because due to his health, he even has permission to use a golf cart when he plays, which is typically not allowed or unheard of for professional golfers. But in regards to his ability to walk the whole course, it's just not feasible for him right now. But in terms of John Daly's like don't care attitude, I've kind of taken to heart in a way with how I play golf now, because I don't play competitive anymore. I can just kind of sit back and have a somewhat of a careless attitude, so I don't get too flustered whenever I don't play well. But I can just learn to have fun, take a big giant swing, hopefully drive it farther, sort of like John Daly. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you guys in my future videos. Until next time, peace out, guys.